And what we see now is this massive concentration of wealth. So in our work, in the Oxfam work that we've been doing, we've done some calculations. This year we came to a new figure that shows that the 80 richest people in the world control as much wealth as the bottom half of the world. And that's the extent of the problem. And that's been happening for 30-some years. And what's been really interesting is that a few years ago, even some 10 years ago, it was really impossible to talk about this topic of inequality, and that has changed. That has changed now. There's the space. There are lots of conferences. There are like programs talking about the politics of inequality, and we're all here in Birmingham today trying to figure out what does this mean. We know that wealth is associated with power. We probably don't know very well, what's the causality. But what we know is that concentration of wealth is associated with a massive concentration of power, and that's where the politics element comes into place. But this concentration of wealth that's correlated with concentration of power is creating a massive threat on how these political systems actually represent the views and the interests of the most marginalized groups. We also see that there's a lot of disenchantment with the way democracies are working, and that's not only in middle-income countries or low-income countries that have democracies. This is also happening in rich countries. So when you have this concentration of wealth and that concentration of power, like the elites have the upper hand on the rules of the game, on the economic system, on what actually it kind of determines the nuts and bolts of a society.